Our Yellow Jacket Spotlight continues this morning as we sit down and preview the men's lacrosse season with head coach Jason Tarnow. The fifth year of the program, but the only head coach to lead the Yellow Jackets coming off of an OAC championship run. Thanks for joining us, and I know it's an exciting start here to another new season.
Yeah, it's thankfully the weather's been good. We've been able to get outside for practice. We've got CSU this weekend down at Krensler Field on Saturday and Oberlin on Sunday. So the boys are ready, and hopefully we have a great opportunity this weekend.
Not a lot of times I would imagine you schedule Division I opponents to have Cleveland State, who's, granted, they're Division I, but it's a pretty new program. To have them right off the bat, I assume is probably a pretty decent challenge.
It has been. We watched them. The coaching staff watched film on them the past few days. 0-2, but played Michigan really tight. They were close at half with Duke, so it will be a very, very good challenge. And I really give hats off to their staff because I don't think anybody envisioned them to be the 0-2 competitive as much as they have been with the teams they've played.
Jason, a lacrosse player in his own right, he was actually the Capital Athletic Conference Player of the Year back when he played college lacrosse at Salisbury University along the eastern shore of Maryland. If you're unfamiliar with Salisbury University when it comes to lacrosse, they have won more national titles than literally any other school in the country, so he's got a great background, and he's helping build a terrific program here. You're coming off a championship season. How's that help recruiting?
It's helped a lot. I think that we're probably in the midst of putting together our best class that we've ever recruited. Maybe not as large, but the talent we think is maybe the best. So I think our main goal right now is to finish up this class and hopefully finish up this season with the OAC Tournament Championship. We felt like the last year's regular season was great. We kind of want to finish out and make sure the school across the street that you're very familiar with does not win the OAC tournament like they did last year. But I think us and Carroll are poised for hopefully another great meet down at the end of the year.
It's kind of interesting to follow lacrosse in the conference because obviously this is a sport that has such deep roots on the East Coast, but as it's made its way to the Midwest, more than just the two Cleveland-based schools in this conference, but Otterbeins had a nice program, Mount Union's had a nice program, so in the conference, really starting to grow too.
Yeah, it is, and I really, if you told me 5 years ago, 6 years ago when I came here that we would be as a conference where we are right now, I probably would have thought you were a little bit off the kilter a little bit. So credit to the coaches and the programs and the administration for getting those programs where they are. I never felt like in 5 years that our conference would be even close to some of the teams in the NCAC, which has been the established Ohio Division III conference. So a lot of us are, and that's really a credit to all the other schools and their staffs, and we're excited about where the conference could possibly head.
Jason mentioned the season opens this weekend at Cleveland State and at Oberlin. What are some of the conference games that you're most looking forward to? I know you want to take them one game at a time, but everybody circles something at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I think Otterbein has been a rival game. We got them in the regular season. They upset us in the conference semifinals in a game that I think if you asked every guy on our team, we didn't show up to our fullest at that game. Carroll is certainly a rival game. We had a one-goal game that went down to the wire with them last year for the outright regular season championship, and they've got a new staff, and they're great guys, and they've got everybody back. So I think those two games are circled, and Capital is in there, and then you got to throw Mount Union just because they're Mount Union in there. So they all matter, and we've got to show up and play every game.
How about for a casual BW fan who maybe hasn't followed the program too closely? They are coming off a school record 14 wins after going 14-3 a year ago. But who are a couple of guys that maybe you think fans might gravitate to?
Yeah, I think Josiah Grieve, who's been a 3-year captain for us. He was the Defensive Player of the Year in the OAC last year. He was our IMLCA, which is the Lacrosse Coaches Association. He was a regional All-American in Division III for that. Michael Dickey's been a 3-year starter at defense too. Alex Fiorito, a Walsh Jesuit product, who's our face-off midi. And then I think we have two new guys, Matt McDowell and Mike Danowski. Matt transferred in from Ohio Wesleyan mid-year. Mike transferred in from Lemoyne College, which won the Division II National Championship last year. And he's a Medina product, local kid. So I think those two guys are going to interject some things right away and hopefully kind of build on what we already have here in our roster.
Can't wait to see how the season unfolds for the Jackets. Good luck.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Jason Tarnow, the head lacrosse coach here at Baldwin Wallace.